Hello, second graders. We're going to go over the math problems that I had on the math test for you because I'm still seeing that we don't quite understand, all of us, how to do these math problems yet, but we're going to work on them. So we're going to look at the first one that was 38 plus 43. And what I think really is the best thing to do is to draw it out or use your math manipulatives. I'm just going to pull out some math manipulatives. I'm going to use my place value circles. So I'm going to start by making 38. So that's 3 10s and 8 1s to make 38. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Okay, so there I have 38. And I'm going to be adding, because it's a plus, so I'm adding onto this 43 more. And so I'm going to add my 43 more. 1, 2, 3, 4 10s. And I need 3 1s. 1, 2, and 3. 1, 2, and 3. Okay. I'm always going to start with my 1s. Always start with your 1s. So I'm adding these 8 1s to these 3 1s. So I have 8, 9, 10, 11. Okay. So I have 11. I cannot write 11 in the 1's place. You cannot put an 11 there. This is the 1's place. And so what that 11 becomes is actually what I'm going to do is we can't have all of these here, right? So this needs to turn into a 10 and a 1 to make 11. So I'm going to take these 10 away. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. And so this is actually 11 here, right? A 10 and a 1. But you can't have 10 and a 1 in the 1's place. So this needs to move over to the 10's place. It needs to move over here and add it to the 10's. So now I have just the 1 there, right? Now, how many 10s do I have? So we had these 3 10s plus these 4 10s, plus we have one more 10 for that came from that 11. You can help yourself out by just adding a 1 over there for the 11. So 1 and 1 make 11. And now I'm going to be adding all of these together. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. There's 8 10s. I can also look and see that here. 4 10s plus 3 more 10s is 7 10s, plus 1 more 10 is 8. So my answer becomes 80. That's not an 11, right? That's a 1. 81. So that's how we solve that one. Let's look at the next one. I'm going to scoot these aside, and I need my eraser. Eraser, come here, eraser. I'm just going to erase with my hand because I can't find my eraser. Okay, so the next one was another addition one where we had 12 plus 88. All right, so to solve this one, what I'm going to do is let's do a number line. So if I had a number line, 88 and 12, so I'm adding these two numbers together. I'm actually just going to start here at 88. So if I had 88 on the number line, I'm right here, and I want to add 12 more. So, well, let's see, 88 plus 12 more. Well, I know that in 12 there's a 10. I could easily do a jump to 98. 98 plus 2 more. So here's 10 and then 2 more to make 12. 98, 99, 100. So the answer is 100. So that's how I use the number line. So I thought of 12 as a 10 and a 2. And so I went on my number line to the 88 and I jumped up 10 because that was easy to do in my head to go to 98 plus 2 more gets you to 100. All right, let's look at another one. I'm going to erase with my hand again because I don't know where my eraser is. Let's do a subtraction. 76 minus 57. Okay, so let's make this with our base 10 pieces. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and a 7. And I have 6 ones. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. Okay, so I have 70. Oh, sorry. I'm making 76. So we have okay, so I have 76, and I'm going to be taking away 57. And so I always want to start with the ones place here. I only have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I can't take away 7 because there's not 7 ones. So what I need to do is I need to take one of these 10s from over here. I need to take one of these 10s. Now there's only 6 10s because what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring that 10 over here into ones. I'm going to make 10 ones. So I turn this into ones. 1, 2, pull them out of my bag. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Keep them separate. 8. 2 more. Come on, little pieces. There they are. 9 and 10. So this 10 became, here we go, became this 10. So this 10 is gone because I turned it into ones so that I could do this. Okay, so now I have all of these ones. And so this actually became 16. This 6 became a 16 because that 10 came over here to make the 6 a 16. So I have 16 ones. Okay, I have to take these 7 away still. So I'm going to take these 5 plus this 6 and a 7. Okay, so I took those 7 ones away. So now, after I had 16 and I took away 7, how many are left? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 are left. So I'm left with 9 ones. Okay, and then I have to do my 10s. So now instead of those 7 10s, I only have 6 10s because I had to take 1 and make it enough ones over here so that I could take the 7 away because I couldn't take 7 away from 6, but I could take it away from 16. So I borrowed from the 10 spot. Okay, so now I have these 6 10s. I need to take away 5 of them. So that leaves me with 1 10. That's all that's left. So 6 minus 5 equals 1, and we can see it here, 1 10. So the answer to that problem was 19. Let's solve our very last math problem together. I'm going to erase with my hand again. Okay, our last one is 24 minus 16. 24 minus 16. Okay, and so we could do this a few different ways. One way we could do it is on a number line. And so if I have a number line and I am at 24 here, 24, and I'm going to take away 16, I have to figure out, well, what number does that get me to? What's this question mark number here? So I went back 16. Okay, I could think of 16 as a 10 and a 6. 10 and a 6, that's one way I could do it. So if I go 24 and I go back 10, it takes me to 14. Okay, and then if I just go 6 more back from 14, what does that get me to? So I can count backwards. Well, I could even count it on my hands. 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8. Okay, so I think it should be an 8. An 8. So the way I could see if it's right too, something I could check is I could go, okay, is 16 plus 8 24? Because if I'm at the 8 and I go up 16, it should be 24. So is 8 plus 16 24? Let's see. Is 8 plus 16, 24. Okay, let's go. Oops. Put these in the wrong order. 16. So what's 6 plus 8? 14. And I put the 1 over there because I can't put the 1 from the tens place for 14. So I put it over here. So this 1, this 10 plus this 10 equals 2 tens, which is 24. So yes. So the answer is 8. The answer was 8. So hopefully that helped you a little bit. We're going to look at the math book pages next that we have in your book. Let's take a look at our math book now. Okay, so let's see if we can focus a little bit more. Maybe give us a little bit of light too. Okay, so we're going to work on pages 51 and 52 in your math book pages today. 51 has some story problems, which can sometimes be a little bit tricky, so let's read them together. There are 68 golden hamsters at a pet store. There are 25 fewer dwarf hamsters than golden hamsters. How many dwarf hamsters are there? Okay, so we know there's 68 golden, and there are 25 fewer dwarf hamsters. So that means there are less dwarf hamsters. So we know there's 68 golden. If there's 25 less, that means we can subtract. So if we take 68 and we could take away 25, that would tell us how many dwarf hamsters there are. So the math problem should be 68 minus 25 on that one. The next one says a book has 294 pages. Kalama has read 62 pages. How many more pages does she still have to read? So she has a book with 294 pages and she has read 62. So we have to figure out how many more pages does she have left in the book. So the same thing, you could take this 62 away from 294 to see how many are left. So another subtraction problem. Let's look at this next one. Layla had $398. After buying some clothes, she had $142 left. How much money did she spend on clothes? Okay, so she had this amount, $398. And then after she bought clothes, she had this much left, $142. So you could, again, take away. So these are all subtraction problems. All right, and then let's look at, this looks familiar. We did one of these before, didn't we? So this is all subtraction problems. So you're going to work on subtraction. You're going to solve all of these subtraction problems. I recommend using your math manipulatives. Use your whiteboard. Use paper and pencil. However you can best solve these to figure out what the answers are. And then the numbers are going to go in the places here. So for instance, this is the across and this is the down. So if you wanted to find B across, this would be here, B across. So it should be a three-digit number. That is the answer that you get when you subtract 303 from 807. And then these are the downs. So if you take 968 minus 32, the answer that you get should go here, A down. All right, kind of tricky. Lots of work to do. All right, mathematicians, I hope you have fun working on these, and we will see each other soon.